Hi everyone, welcome to a weekly overview video of the S&P 500. I am your boy Sergio Day Trader. I know it's been a while, guys. Good to see you again. I hope everyone has been having a great summer so far. Excuse the absence, guys. I practically took the summer off. Um, I just got back about a week ago from a nearly a month long vacation in Portugal with my girlfriend. I pretty much took the summer off, guys, from all the craziness with work and trading, and definitely got some much needed, um, rest and just able to relax and not really focus on anything and not have to worry about anything back at home. So Portugal was amazing. I recently completed 30 years, so we had a big party that my girlfriend planned for me, um, and my sister had a birthday that we planned, and we celebrated. So it was just a summer full of festivities, and not necessarily summer filled with grinding hours on the screens and seeing what the market was producing. I pretty much wasn't keeping up with the market throughout most of July and all of August, to be honest with you guys. Um, but excited to be back. New YouTube video, new week. Did participate, not really participate, but I was on the screens last week. I didn't trade much, or I didn't trade at all. Just looking to get in the rhythm of things. Looking to get back in tune with the market. Um, Hopefully this week, first week of September, I'll be able to get gain that comfortability or gain that comfort level back within the market. Be able to put on a couple trades here and there and get my feet wet again. So after two and a half months of not trading, I feel a little rusty. So taking the time, I've done this before where I don't fancy myself a summer trader at all. It's kind of how I was taught. My mentor always or never really participated in the summer, and it kind of rubbed off on me. So I just noticed there's not really much liquidity in the market during the summer. There's not really meaningful movements. Um, this summer looks to have been a little bit different. Still didn't participate. Still, adhere to one of the rules I guess I've set upon myself. Um, but yeah, so taking the time to get used to this market. It's from what I've seen, it's been a roller coaster, especially towards the end of August. Um, but excited to be back. Let's see. I'm excited to be, making this YouTube video for you guys. I'm thankful for the people who didn't unsubscribe. I noticed I was checking analytics maybe about a week ago or a couple days ago, and I saw that some people dropped off, and it really made me value or made me really realize the value of providing content and delivering what was weekly videos, even if it wasn't a daily video. Weekly videos still kept you know we still retained subscribers. So it's one of the things that I've realized in this very early young YouTube career. So it makes me want to grind harder. Makes me want to keep the people informed. Hopefully provide content that's insightful, it's beneficial to those who are watching. So thank you to those who didn't unsubscribe. To those who did, I hope I can win you guys back. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to go over last week's action a bit, and then we'll get into some news that are gonna come that that we can anticipate for the week, and then some top down analysis, and then ultimately what I'm looking for. Each section of this video, aside from what happened last week and the calendar events, are going to be pretty light. I don't want to provide extensive top-down analysis since I haven't really been a part of this market, and also maybe not even provide any insight into what I'm looking for, as I still am trying to like I said, trying to get in tune with the market. So,
All right, guys.
let's go ahead and get
So
into this is
last
my weekly chart. I'll inform you guys on what I have drawn up here. Um, so I'll shrink this up a little bit so you guys can see. So I have a trend line coming from uh July's high of 46.30. Let me just make sure that's what this is. 46.35 was a high. Just basically got a simple trend line coming downwards. This was pretty much just the beginning of August. Through the middle of August, we saw some bearish action. So pretty much respected the whole trend line up until the last week or so of August, which we've seen recent bullish action since then. I have a range, or I'm sorry, a balance, which we originally set in mid June. So right here, balance of 4508, um, 4508 and 4365. So again, this was a balance that we had kind of established mid June to the end of the month. We broke out of that in July, made new highs, and then slowly started teetering back into this balance. So just have that drawn up just for reference and just to know where I'm at whenever whenever we do kind of creep back into this balance, which we seem to have been doing um, end of last week. So we had some I mean pretty much bullets action. We saw a complete rejection of these 4420 levels. This is we had opened up at let's see, we opened up at 4417. Um, that was Globex open, and then the 28th saw a little bit of let's see, 28th was a Monday. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, 28th was Monday, choppy action, and then 29 we just completely bid up the market up to 4500 levels, which um I'm assuming took bears by surprise. It kind of just wiped off all bearish progress for the month of August in a day, guys. So just kind of comes to show how much power the Bulls still have in this market. And then kind of slowed down towards the end of towards Monday, going into the end of the week. We saw prices keep going higher. We were making new highs every day. We had pretty solid retracements, which were providing great buying opportunities. We saw decent action going into the end of the week. So solid retracements, perfect buying opportunities. We were teetering in this balance. I for one had ideas of if I was to put on a trade, I'd be putting on a short position, just to see us maybe come back into the balance and see where we went from there. But just going into the balance, um, this 44.95 level here provided a great opportunity midweek for bulls to get back in the action, and then we just saw rejection of the balance. Pretty solid performance for the Bulls. Just the last week of August to um, completely wipe away all progress the Bears had put in for the month of August. Um, pretty amazing to see, honestly. Especially considering where we're at. 4500s, 4600s. You would expect a lot more selling pressure, but just weird action. Kind of hard to describe or pinpoint where we're at exactly in this market. Whether that's have we exhausted highs. We did break the lower low formation last week, so it's kind of hard to tell if there's downside potential or if this thing is, gonna be pursuing um, July highs again. So, um, crazy week. Crazy week for the Bears. I'm assuming, they were trying to hop on any point here for potential retracements, and hard retracements. Kind of something that we saw here on the 24th, where we just kind of just wiped away the whole day. But we didn't get that. Just all these little these micro retracements, I guess if you want to call them, just provided great opportunities for the Bulls, and just opens up a load of ideas that can possibly happen this week. We Today is Monday, September 4th. I don't know if I mentioned that early in the beginning of the video, but today is September 4th, 2023. It is a U.S. holiday, so market was closed today. A little bit of a W distribution that we have on last week's profile. I'm not sure why my volume profiles do this, guys. If anyone has any idea why, I've contacted Sierra support. They've given me some troubleshooting tips, but nothing seems to be working. But anyways, I'll be looking at 4,500 to 4,575. I'm sorry, 4,500 to 4,475. Right? Yeah, 4,475 for that low volume potential re-entry for any bullish action, or maybe a change in narrative. So definitely going to be paying attention to that, and that's even if we get back into this balance. So a lot of things can happen this week, but that's not for me to even contemplate right now. What I'm going to focus on is just taking it day by day and seeing what the market is trying to do, and hopefully get on the right side of that. So let's go ahead and wrap the last week's action part up, and we will get into calendar events for the week. Here I am just gonna check out what we have going on. I haven't taken a look at this yet, so anything I'll call out anything that I'll particularly be looking out for, or, something I would not be trading in the middle of. Tuesday, September 5th. Uh, uh, nothing, nothing for the U.S. tomorrow. Wednesday we have PMI. Looks like we have a couple Fed speakers. Uh, Thursday, um, initial jobless claims. I think the main unemployment numbers were out last week, so I don't think these are gonna. There's some oil stuff coming out. Nothing of really any nothing really high impact up until now. So Thursday we do have a series of Fed speakers. We have Williams and Bowman speaking, and then we have Barr speaking. Kind of a weird time, right? 10 o'clock at night. And then Friday, uh, nothing for Friday. Looks like kind of a dead week for news events or any type of catalyst, really. This could honestly be this could be a good week to to get back in the rhythm. Maybe trade sim for half the week, and then get on live trading towards the end of the week. Nothing really high impactful, so I don't have to worry about getting in the middle of, or getting caught in the middle of something. Obviously the Fed speakers, but that's a little outside my trading window, so I don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, I mean, kind of a dead week, guys. I know a lot of high impact announcements were released last Friday, so it's kind of maybe a reason why it's kind of a dead week. Beginning of the month too, so sorry, I'm just kind of creeping into next week just to see what we got going on as well. Okay, we got inflation rate the second week of September. Okay, cool. This actually makes me a little bit more optimistic about you know, getting in tune and getting putting some trades on this week. Um, September is known to be a fairly negative month as far as far as the markets go. So not to that's not to say I'm going to be bearish for the month or I'm going to be looking to hop on any short position that I can hop on. But I am ready for the pattern to repeat itself. So I'll try to be as nimble as possible. But if the month starts off bearish, there might not be any point in fighting that. So yeah, just a heads up about September being a tricky week or a tricky month for the Bulls. I did see an article on Market Watch. Uh, paywall. Oh, paywall. God damn it. Yo, I need a subscription for the free. Let's see. What is does Bloomberg say anything about September? I guess it's something you guys can look up on your own as well. But say anything about September. Hmm. Yeah, I definitely suggest. I mean, if you guys have a subscription to Market Watch, that is a pretty good article. Here's the title again if you guys want to check it out. And I mean, I'm ready to see if the pattern is going to repeat itself. So, um, yeah, just a heads up about that. Um, but yeah, that's it for Catalyst. We'll go ahead and get into some top-down analysis. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the top-down analysis. Starting off with the monthly, we do have a little bit of a head and shoulders formation going on. We are in the last leg of it. We are forming the last shoulder or the last triangle as you can see here. Don't think I would necessarily feel comfortable taking this short trade here. Assuming that it's gonna come down to that 44.5 level or the neckline here at 43.50. Is this let me just confirm 43.50. Yeah, 43.70. Yeah, I would avoid taking a short position here personally. I mean, um, I'm sure other people would consider this a high probability trade and trying to front run the pattern. I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing that, especially now in the position and in the circumstance that I'm in right now. I would probably wait to see if we get a little bit of a support here at the 44.57 label price zone, or if we come down to this neckline. If we see a break in the neckline, then I was talking about September being a very bearish month. The break of the neckline could kind of open up the floodgates for what we're about to experience in September, if that is indeed the case. So yeah, something you know something to reference. The head and shoulders formation is pretty solid when it comes to either respecting the break or respecting the neckline as a support. So definitely something to keep your eye out on. over the I'm gonna skip over the weekly. I kind of spoke about this last week. Um, we are kind of teetering around that balance high. So whether we use the high extreme of the balance as support and just kind of keep chopping around these 4,500 zones, then that okay, so be it. We could also break back into the balance and um trade these 4,400s, be choppy around that, see some bearish movement. So uh we could we could creep back into this balance and then rip right out of it again, just like we did on Wednesday. So I'm gonna keep the weekly light. Going over the daily. That's the these are market profiles. I'll go to this one. This one is a little bit more interesting as these are zones that these are zones from January 3rd, 2022. So just over a year ago. This gray box here represents a range or balance. This is the mid of the of that 2022 range. Um, so it's a range within a range, if that makes sense. Kind of confusing, but it has provided some good opportunities. So here, just I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I'll zoom in here. So here I have 2022 high extreme of range. The mid balance, bulls got cooked. So we have seen some selling pressure from these. I think at these 4,600s, I think a lot of sellers step in, and it's just kind of overwhelming. So we saw it in July. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We are kind of coming back into that. We are kind of coming back into that mid balance. And yeah, this low extreme range. Um, this is something to keep an eye out. We had you kind of see the neckline here too. So something to keep an eye out. That's 4420. 4420 has been infamous for pretty much the whole year of 2023. Um, and then we have this. I have this zone here. This is 4220. 4200 was also a very famous zone in 2022. So I've kind of titled it the regime change. It would signify maybe a different type of player coming into the market. So just different price points to keep an eye out. I know as day traders, these levels are far apart from each other, but it's these are good levels for medium term investing, long term investing. We're used to this type of volatility that these zones bring, or that a zone can bring. But yeah, good zones to mark on your chart and just have for reference and know where you're at in the market. All right, going over to quarterly is going to look crazy. Oh, okay, so we're coming kind of. Oh, uh we traded the previous quarter's value area high and got a rejection off of that. Okay. Um, this this doesn't really give you a lot of information, or doesn't really provide me a lot of information. Um, but uh, I just know that quarter 3, quarter 4 tend to be profit taking months. The uh, bonuses are coming in, or bonuses are getting ready to come in. So it's nice to have, but you don't really get too much information. I mean, you got a little bit of insight right there as in August we traded the value area high of the previous quarter, but completely rejected it numerous times, came back down, rejection, and then kind of went back into value area for the current quarter. So Um, yeah, take what you want from it. I just like to have it to kind of complete the whole top down analysis. Even though this is technically the very top, I keep monthly as the top of the tree type of thing. So that's top down analysis for this week. And let me we'll conclude this video with some light, maybe possible ideas. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, guys. So going to be going over some ideas for this upcoming week. I'm gonna keep it brief. I won't be going too in depth with any possible ideas that I have, as I don't really have any. It is gonna be a slow catalyst week, so going to going to be looking for um, opportunities as we go. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I'll likely be trading sim for the first part of the week and then making my way over to live. But a couple things that I did want to keep an eye out for is this 45.28 level. This is a 61.8 retracement level on the Fibonacci. This is from the high of July. So pretty popular retracement level. I also have the high extreme of range that I was just discussing in the top down analysis section of this video. That's at 45.08. So in general, just going to keep an eye out on this 45.30 level and this 4500 level as possible triggers and entry locations for both long and short trades. Other things that I'm keeping an eye out for are these HVNs and LVNs on this composite. This is the composite from the October lows. We are, as you can tell, we are trading in the value area high of this composite. We have gotten big rejection here at this LVN here. We haven't been able to close above it. This is a 45.28 LVN. And then below it, we have another LVN at 4,500. So this kind of lines up with the range that I was just discussing. And we have a couple LVNs. I'm sorry, a couple HVNs below us that could kind of provide a boost to any type of movement that we're seeing. If we go below this 4,500, we could see an influx of sellers coming in at this this 44.78 level, and as well as this 44.23 level. So using the HVNs to kind of gauge the volume, or using the HVNs in correlation to the volume to gauge whether we have sellers coming in or buyers coming in, and then how we react accordingly to the LVNs on in result of that. So keeping it brief, I don't want to talk anyone's ear off on this part, just because I myself don't really have any ideas or any really cohesive ideas to act on. So don't feel like it would be fair to overinflate this part of the video. So do want to give you guys a big thank you for watching this. To all those who may have stopped by for the first time, please subscribe if you like what you saw. Any feedback that you may have, please provide it in the comment section. I'm open to all feedback, criticism, and maybe recommendations what you would like to see in this video. So as I said, this is a good video back. First video of the summer, really, and now we're at the tail end of summer. So getting ready to be locked in on the screens and hopefully be able to deliver the content that you guys are looking for. So a big thank you to everyone watching, and happy trading. Let me know how you guys are doing trading wise, and feel free to stop by next week for the next weekly overview video. Take it easy. See you later, everyone.